I just got to Copper Moon Vintage, where my friend Emily from Biome Vintage is doing a pop-up. So let's go visit her and see how she's doing. If you don't know me, my name is Bridget, and I'm a vintage reseller. My business is called First City Vintage, and I love to take you with me shopping, thrifting, antiquing, and finding things to buy and flip for a profit. Thanks for joining me. This is my first time going to Copper Moon Vintage. I've heard a lot of great things about this store, so I'm excited to check it out. This is Emily. Hi, Emily.
Hi, nice to see you.
Emily, nice sword.
Thank you very much. It's not super sharp, but I think it's like it's a ceremonial sword from the Philippines.
Wow.
And I had to bring it, if not for someone to buy for a prop.
Yes,
Fun.
very nice. This is her business, Biome Vintage.
You have to see. It's such a funny. It's from 1970.
Check out this Victorian trifold mirror. She was selling it for $95. I asked her if it could hang on a wall, so she was showing me that it definitely could. I was quite impressed by this tray. It's made with butterfly wings. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And it's got this like inlay.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a really cool piece.
How much are you selling that one for?
This one has 95.
Oh, nice.
But again.
Yeah. There's a really nice selection of vintage clothing here as well. Lots of really cool Levi's jeans and Lee jeans. Hello. I love this hat. What do you think? Should I have bought it or not? Spoiler alert, I didn't. Everyone, this is Meg. She's the owner of Copper Moon Vintage here in Montevilla, a suburb of Southeast Portland. And if you ever get out here, you've got to come check out this shop. It's amazing.
Thank you so much.
If you watch my channel, then you know I love the Tonala pottery, and this is a really cool set right here. Check out this little stool or ottoman. It looks just like the store mascot, Zink. Meg said that's why she actually bought it. Reminded her of her dog. What's his name? Hi. Hi. Zink?
Zink.
Hi, Zink.
If I hold a TREAT, she'll get a better shot.
Oh,
Baby. Buddy.
I'm so excited. Well, I'm checking out a new Goodwill that I've never been to here in Wilsonville. Let's go see what we can find. "50% off yellow tags." What's this? These look pretty cool. Shell trivets, very boho. Lots of these milk glass compotes here, interesting. These little soup and crackers dishes are cute, but these are pretty contemporary. But they are only half of $3.99, which is a pretty good price. This is a cute set, very Scandinavian looking. Would look nice at Christmas time too. That's a good price for these yellow, tagged, yellow depression glass pear plates. Take those for sure. I recognize this right away as Daruda pottery from Italy. Score! Now we just have to see if we can find the oil and vinegar cruets to go with it. I love this blue design. Oh, Mikasa, that's a good score. The condition isn't very good in these tumblers. Oh yes, there they are, the oil and vinegar cruets. How exciting! For only $2.99. Whoa! Anyone have a clue as to what this is? I have no idea. I put it into Google Image but came up with nothing. Let me know if you know. This definitely looks like more Italian pottery. Yep, it sure is, but that's $14.99 for the plate that goes with the tureen, and the tureen is $24.99, and it's missing a ladle. So I'm gonna pass, but it would be a cool find if it was a lot cheaper. I definitely have a blue theme going on today. I am in need of some Christmas decor for my vintage antique booths, but this stuff has seen better days. Too bad. I'll have to consult Jessie Caldwell, the fish platter expert, on this little platter. This is a pretty cool bowl, but oops, darn it, chipped. Also no price, which is fitting because I don't know if anybody would really want to buy it now. In Oregon and Washington, we have a chain of restaurants called McMenamins that was started and is owned by two brothers, Mike and Brian McMenamin, who I actually used to work for in the 90s. And they take historic properties and they refurbish them and fix them up and make them into really great, cool restaurants and pubs. And they even have several hotels. They started out with microbrewing their own beer, and they have a big line of beer and alcohol and wine, spirits, coffee, ice cream, mustard, you name it. They have really branched out. But anyway, that's where we decided to go for lunch that day. And they have a great history and a very cool podcast if you're ever interested in listening to it, called The Red Shed Tapes. One of my favorite things about the McMenamins is that they employ several artists, salaried artists, to paint and maintain the beautiful murals and paintings all over their properties. They're amazing people. I wonder if the little squirrel got that red pepper out. Anyway, I'm not sponsored by them. I just love and appreciate them and their business. And I encourage you, if you ever come to Oregon or Washington, to go visit one of their properties. It's definitely worth it. Well, I had such good luck at that last Goodwill. I figured, why not hit another one? And so we're headed to the Newburgh Goodwill to go see what we can find. Cute little owl in this Christmas sleigh. More milk glass compotes. Interesting. This is the Madrid pattern of the depression glass that I collect, but at this point I think my collection is complete for the time being. These little pottery goblets are cool, except ouch, it's chipped. I really think that these little owl teacups are just very sweet. Look, it's supposed to come with a teapot. I wonder if it's around here somewhere. I think my daughter would get a kick out of seeing these glasses. She works as a server at the old spaghetti factory. I put those in the video for you, Grace. As I sit here editing this video, I decided to do a Google Lens check on this Corning Ware casserole dish and see what it was worth. So these are the first ones that I came up with, but then this one came up for $10,000 and I was like, what is going on here? So spoiler alert, I didn't end up purchasing that because I thought it was just kind of a pain to do all the Pyrex and Corning Ware. So now I'm ultimately regretting not picking that up. But I did, however, purchase this for $12.99. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. Do you think this could be Murano glass? I really need to do some studying and learn about Murano glass. I contemplated deeply on getting this watercolor because it's symbolic that I finally was able to get up over some of my agoraphobia and go to San Francisco last year in September, but I decided against it because it was too big. So here's my haul. First of all, I spotted these little shell trivets, and they were a set of 2 for $4.99, and I thought they would look really cute, like under a plant or something in a real boho setting. I also spotted these little depression glass pear plates. I'm going to check to see if they glow, and I'll let you know if they do. They were half off of $4.99, so the total for 2 of them was $4.99. I also spotted these little blue sherbet crinkle glass, either champagne glasses or sherbets for $1.99 each. I thought this dual sugar bowl set was really cool. I really liked the blue, and I thought they would look really cute. You could put like nuts in them or something besides sugar. These are supposed to come with lids, and it didn't come with any lids, but I still thought they would look really nice on a table setting. I found these little Mikasa salad plates, and the little blue tulips just screamed at me. They're so adorable. I thought for sure I would pick these up, try to sell them. If they don't sell, then I'll keep them, and they will look really cute in a mixed matched table setting. They were $7.99 for the set of 6. I spotted these little Pier 1 dishes, a set of 3 for $2.99. Very nice. When you're cooking, you can set out all your little, carrots and onions and celery for the mirepoix or something. And then I was so excited when I at first spotted this caddy, and I was like, I know that's Daruda. And I peeled back the tag, as you saw, and it sure was. And I thought, okay, somewhere, I even sent my husband on a scavenger hunt. I was like, somewhere look for little cruets that would match that. He was off looking at other things, and that's when I spotted that bag over by the coffee cups, and I didn't even check to see if they were damaged. I just grabbed them, and I was hoping, and I didn't know until I got home when I unpacked them if they were damaged or not, but they're not. They're beautiful. I'm so happy. I actually have some of these in my cart in eBay that I've been thinking about getting because I got those canisters, and I was thinking about, I'd like to get salt and pepper shakers and oil and vinegar cruets, but I was going to try to thrift them first, and I'm so excited that I got some. Yay, that was a big score. So next stop was Newburgh Goodwill, and I found these little owl teacups, and I looked and I looked and I looked for the teapot, and it was not there. I was so sad. Either it was broken before it was donated, it was separated, or it was still in the storage, waiting to come out. I was really hoping that it would come out. But anyway, I thought these were really cute, $1.99 each. I spotted this for $2.99, this little covered bowl. And then I fell in love with this large studio pottery vessel. And as I'm a potter, I'm not the greatest potter. I cannot throw pottery. And this is just so well done. I'm just so impressed with the skill and craftsmanship it took to make this. So it was a pleasure for me to buy it. I felt like it was a steal at $12.99. And then as I was editing this video, I was looking up on Google Lens to see what the little Corning Ware was worth, because when I saw it, I showed it to my husband. I go, these are valuable, but I figured, $20, $40, something like that. And when I Google Lensed it, and that one came up for $10,000. And then I started doing my research, and I was like, I don't know what that one was. And I don't know if it's a valuable one or not. And I still don't know. But I was so excited. 2 days later, I decided to go back and see if it was still there. So I'm heading back to the Newburgh Goodwill to see if I could find that Corning Ware. Let's see if I can find it. It was right at opening, and I can't believe it was still there after 2 days. And guess what? It's because it's probably not worth that much, really. I think that whole thing is just a hoax, if you ask me. I did a lot of research, and I learned that there's a lot of question as to whether it's truly that valuable. Definitely some have sold for that much, but I think that the people that are buying it, I'm not sure why they're buying it that expensive, but I have to do more research, that's for sure. And as you know, it was. And it was $10. And looking right now for the first time, it's a 2-quart. So I'll do some research and find out if it's worth $10,000, which I know it's not. But I couldn't believe it. I saw one that sold for like $2,600 and one that sold for $1,500. I'd be happy to get $50 to get my money back. But wow, I hope it's worth something. Could be a really good score. I also was hoping that the little cornflower blue one was there still that had the lid, but that one was gone. But the French one was still there. And these came out in the 90s, I found out. I know I had a set of these when I was when my son was young. This one was $6.99, and I thought I would try to sell it. And if it doesn't sell, it's a useful item that I can use. So score. While I was there, I spotted these brass reindeer. One was $4.99 and one was $3.99. I thought these looked really nice. I don't have much for Christmas decor in my spaces, so this would be nice for Christmas time. I found this, which is a really cool object. I've seen these before, and I was really happy to find one for $2.99. I wanted to give a shout out and a thank you to Angela for being a repeat buyer on my Etsy store and a subscriber to my channel. Hi, thank you so much. Thank you also for the great review. I appreciate it. And I'm so glad that the little Lisa Larson style cat has now found a forever home. So thank you for that. If anybody is interested in a discount on my Etsy store, you can use the promo code YesPlease for 15% off the vintage section of my Etsy shop. It's called Bridget Lefevre Shop. Well, that's my haul. I hope you liked that, and I hope you liked my video. And if you did, maybe you could give it a like or a thumbs up. And if you like this content, maybe you could subscribe to my channel. And if you're already subscribed, I thank you so very much. I appreciate it greatly. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.